What's up, everyone? I just got off work and the algorithm gods decided to hit me with some news that I couldn't look away from. Apparently, we have another big update in Blizzard's ongoing war against private World of Warcraft servers. Not long after the massive lawsuit against Turtle WoW that I covered literally 3 days ago, we are now learning that Blizzard has reportedly sent cease and desist letters to other well-known fan projects as well. Project Epoch and Everlook being the ones that we know of. I wanted to quickly cover this in a follow-up video to my last one, talk about what might be Blizzard's goal in this war against private servers and what this might mean for the WoW community. By the way, sorry that this video isn't going to be super over-edited. My 4-month-old is going through a fussy phase. It's 12 AM as I'm recording this, and I'm kind of tired. I'll save my energy for the other fun videos I'm working on, so feel free to listen to this one as a podcast. We've already seen how serious Blizzard was with the Turtle WoW lawsuit, with citing copyright infringement, trademark violations, but going as far as RICO claims. Now with these new cease and desist letters, it's pretty clear that Blizzard isn't just stopping with Turtle WoW. They're escalating their broader crackdown on all private projects. I'm pretty sure we all get the message. No matter how popular or community-driven these servers may be, Blizzard considers them illegal and a threat. Project Epoch and Everlook are two private servers that aren't as populated as Turtle WoW, but still have a pretty sizable player base. The smaller one, Everlook, launched on November 11, 2022 as a progressive vanilla private server with a strict focus on recreating an authentic patch 1.12 experience. And as of last week, it had almost 10k current players, which is pretty damn good for basic vanilla servers. To be honest, I didn't really know about this one. For me personally, if I'm going to go through the process of downloading another client, it's going to be for something I can't get from Blizzard. But from what I hear, Everlook's server, community, and economy was actually much better taken care of than on Blizzard's classic servers, so maybe that's worth it on its own. Project Epoch began development around late 2021 and basically named itself as an ambitious Classic Plus private server, blending the nostalgia of vanilla WoW with creative new content. It actually uses the Wrath of the Lich King client as its base, so it's not necessarily vanilla, but the server promised over 1,600 custom quests, revamped dungeons, dynamic raids redeveloped for 25 players, and even some crazy new features like a compressed 3 to 4 hour in-game day and night cycle. There were multiple beta phases, including a beta 3.5 earlier this year. The team tackled thousands of issue reports and eventually targeted a full launch on July 26, 2025. But because of the high volume of players, they had a rocky debut with crashes and queue issues, really showing the server's popularity, but also its technical growing pains. The peak player count for the server was around 25k, which for a private server is very good. I know it retained some popularity too, but the only thing I've personally heard of since then is that a team running another private server called Project Ascension is taking over the Epoch servers to keep it alive and growing. This was before the cease and desist orders though, so I'm not sure what that means now that the current Project Epoch owners have Blizzard legal tailing them now. I said in my last video, if Blizzard allows private servers to exist and grow unchecked, it undermines both their business model and the legal right to control WoW's universe. Even though these servers are made by fans with love for the game, Blizzard legally has the upper hand here. And I want to say it again, because as someone who plays Turtle WoW, I appreciate all the time and care that goes into creating and managing a private server, especially at this scale. It sucks so much to see a game you love get ripped away from you, but I can't imagine seeing years of your blood, sweat, tears, and passion go down the drain. Now, I'm not saying that anything is set in stone. On my last video, a couple people mentioned in the comments that there's a chance that the Turtle WoW team could move the servers out of the US and EU, which could potentially protect them from the US laws that Blizzard is invoking. But even if that's the case, I'm in the US, so I guess my option is to play with ping higher than my credit score, but maybe that's one option to preserve it for others. But okay, let's try and think positively for a second. Let's live in a world where we remember Nostalrius as the martyr we all needed to get the original WoW Classic servers back in 2019. Maybe, just maybe, the fact that Blizzard isn't just going after Turtle WoW is a good sign. Maybe the fact that Blizzard is going after all the private servers is actually a sign that they are thinking of doing something similar and creating a Classic Plus experience more closely aligned with what these private servers are doing already. From a business sense, I can't imagine that the greedy bastards at Activision or Microsoft now, I can't imagine that they aren't going to jump at the opportunity to get all these private server refugees back into their grubby little hands. But if that's the case, I hope that Blizzard learns something from Turtle WoW. New professions, new leveling content, new raids, new experiences, new items, class balance. All those things are apparently really important to a lot of people, including myself, and it's enough to revitalize a 25-year-old game. I mean, let's say that the private servers are pulling in around 500k active players combined, which isn't out of the realm of possibility since Turtle WoW made that post that basically bragged about having 500k accounts worldwide on its own. 500k times $15 a month sub fee. That's 7.5 million just in subs, not to mention if they kept the Turtle WoW cash shop. But to be honest, I don't know if I trust Blizzard to make something that great anymore. Season of Discovery was their first attempt at Classic Plus, and it was just classic, but what if it was more retail? To be fair to Blizzard though, the Classic Plus concept as a whole is a tough idea to wrap your head around. It kinda depends on what you personally like, but maybe we should save that for another video to talk about. Actually, dear viewer, leave a comment of what your Classic Plus would be. I'm actually pretty curious. So Blizzard is pulling out all the legal stops with private servers, with Turtle WoW in court and Epoch and Everlook seeming like they'll shut down via cease and desist. It's becoming clear that Blizzard is tightening its grip on the WoW IP. This could mean the end of large-scale private servers as we know them, but I think it's also important to realize that this is kind of the known life cycle of private servers. They launch, they grow, they get shut down. Let's just hope that something good comes out of this like it did in 2019. So what do you all think? Should Blizzard allow fan-made servers to exist as long as they're non-profit and community-driven? Or are they right to go after them all and shut them down and protect their IP? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and you may want to subscribe if you want to stay updated on the latest developments. This directly affects me and the server I play on, so I'm sure I'll be making more videos on it in the future. But most importantly, I hope you enjoyed the video, leave a like if you liked it, and subscribe for more content just like this. I hope we all get to enjoy these private servers while they're still around, and I can't wait to see what we talk about next.